There we go. Looks like we're good. Okay. This thing is working. Let me post it where it needs to go.
Hey guys.
That's my own video. That's crazy. Hello everyone. I'm just putting this where it needs to go. Just posting this and stuff. All right, hello everyone. Yo, Nebulami, welcome to the stream. Hold on, face reveal coming. Let me do this. Oh my god, why is the lighting? Am I crazy or is this lighting off? What the hell's going on? Why is it looking like that? What the heck just happened to my camera? I gotta push this up. Am I crazy? What's going on here with the lighting? Why does it look like that? Okay, I'm actually confused why my webcam is doing that. I tested it yesterday and it worked fine. Oh, I love technology. I love technology. Hello? What the? What just happened? Oh, there you go. It's starting to adjust. What the heck was that? Oh my god, I had to take off my gimmick glasses for this. Gotta move back as well. Thank you, Ahmed. That was a doozy, boys and girl. Yeah, I'm out of the darkness now. What the heck was that? My webcam almost betrayed me at the last second. Like, honestly, which would have been wild. To be completely honest with you. I would have lost my friggin' mind. But yeah. Let me put my headphones are all messed up. What a train wreck to start. Yeehaw, am I right? But yeah, welcome to the ranch, everyone. Game starts in about 20 minutes. Yeah, so we can just kind of hang out. 3-0. Okay, we'll keep that in mind, Ahmed. Yeah. Predict the score right. Like I said, predict the score right. And you get a prize. Well, you enter a draw. I always have horses at the ranch. You enter a draw to then possibly win the $50. So. And if you're the only one who happens to predict that score, then I guess you win automatically. Perfect. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out here before the game. And then when the game starts, it'll be more like a little more straight-laced. I'll just be commentating over it. And yeah. You don't gotta listen. Or wait, actually, you do have to listen. Shows you how good a streamer I am. You do gotta listen. But you don't, obviously you don't have to watch, it's just my face. You can watch if you like, see my reactions. But you can just listen. So, if you want to put this on in the background, if you want to, just listen along, if you're unable to watch it for whatever reason, I got you covered. If you're here looking for objective commentary, you might be in the wrong place. As you can tell, I'm extremely biased. So, how's everyone doing today? How's y'all's day? Yeah, it is based commentary. This thing right here, this cowboy hat, was painted by my brother's fiancée, future wife. It's based. She's a great artist. Yeah, she did this. Because when I first got this, it was like a fake Burberry. Yeah. But she ended up, painting it. Sort of painted in Barcelona colors, so it's perfect. I'm eventually just going to stick a logo on. That was my job, and I've been lazy. But yeah. As you can see, a running slideshow of propaganda photos. The glorious Barcelona regime. Yeah, thought I might as well have something there. Yeah, this is mostly audio based, but hey, if you want to see my reactions, cool. By the way, for those watching, for the millions watching at home, Nebulami in the chat is one of my friends, and she's a streamer. Follow her on Twitch. Same username, but with an extra I at the end. If you like video games and jokes and silliness. Let me listen to my own stream just to make sure I sound okay. Nah, I sound like a G. I'm set. Yeah, I bet you didn't think you were going to get the Self promo, not self promo. That you didn't think you were going to get the shout out from me. A reaction of Croatia playing? You want to do that? I feel like just me would be disingenuous. I don't cheer. I have no connection to Croatia. I guess I like them because of you, like by association. But hello Ibrahim, welcome brother. Salam alaikum. Thank you, buddy. Feel free to predict the score, bro. Reaction collab? That would actually be sick. I'm serious. That would actually be sick. We'll just watch it get Croatia. Next, like, Euros or World Cup. Or, like, even an important qualifier, like, against another Balkan team. I could become the biggest Croatian man for 2 hours. I'll be wearing the jersey, the flag, all day. What's new, Scooby-Doos? What's going on with y'all? Yeah, and usually I'd ask, like, oh, if you know anyone, for my friends, if you know anyone that would like this, send it to them. But I know there's not too much cross-pollination when it comes to our interests, when it comes to this stream and the stream our friends like to do. But I think for Twitch, I'm just going to keep it more casual so I can do video games and stuff. But YouTube and eventually Facebook, once, the account becomes 60 days or years old. Years old? What the heck am I saying? 60 days old. I went to school. I have a degree. Why am I speaking like that? But yeah. I was going to stream double on Facebook. Of course, Ahmed, thank you. I was going to stream double. This and on Facebook, but the page we made on Facebook is way too new, so we can't go live until 60 days passes. So we're just here. Three 3-1 Barcelona. Okay. Keep that one in mind, everyone. We got a 3-0 prediction and a 3-1, both for Barcelona. See, I want to be... Actually, no, I don't want to be because I'm cheering for Barca. But I want to see a gutsy guy predict a Leganes win. If I was, like, a millionaire, I would, like, increase the pool. And if you predict Leganes wins, you win more money. But I'm poor, so I can't do that. You guys excited for the next week of the Champions League? I'm not getting ahead of myself on anything. I wanted to get excited. What will I do if he becomes 0-3? Probably crash out, to be completely honest with you. Let me tell you something, Nebulami. The guys we're playing, the other guys, as it says on my scoreboard, they're 18th. They're 18th place out of 20. And we're first. So, yeah, I think it would be considered, as the youth like to say, a reasonable crash out. I'll be on one of those compilations of reasonable crash outs. If we lose 3-0 to Leganes, I'll backflip into a snake pit myself on stream. It'll get so many views. 10 minutes to game. Yeah, and obviously when the game starts, I'm gonna take these silly glasses off because I need to see the game itself. I want to see the game clearly, so I'm not gonna look as styling for the actual game, unfortunately. But hey, we got 10 minutes of me looking like this. I almost said swag like it was 2010. See, that would have been embarrassing. Speaking of early 2010s, yeah, do it for the Vine. That was like, yeah, that was the word back then. Anyone new to the stream? Hello. About 9 minutes. Game's gonna start. You don't have to actually actively watch this stream. If you just want to put this in the background and listen, just commentating over the game for you. Then again, if you want to see my reactions, if something crazy happens or if we actually lose, you can watch me crash out. Feel free. Oh, YOLO. YOLO was crazy. YOLO was everywhere. Make sure of this here. Make sure they didn't push the game up. I just remembered that we're away today. Shame. Yeah. Really appreciate everyone who's showed up so far. Every person counts. I want to see elsewhere in La Liga. I want to see if Espanyol lost, everyone. Oh, crap. They won. Can't wait for the crash. You're cheering against us? Are you kidding me? Can't friggin' believe this. I understand it. Like if I was watching a Real Madrid streamer, for example, then obviously I'd also want to see the crash out and the cope. That's part of the fun. About 6 minutes to game. Welcome, welcome, new joiners. Five minutes to game. 5 minutes to game. Yeah. Anyone else who's in, feel free to ask any questions you want. I think I'll try and keep this window open on my phone to see if anyone talks in chat. Yeah, I really enjoy messing around in OBS and stuff. I don't want to jinx myself and say it was easy, because, but it's good enough for a caveman like me. So, few minutes for the teams to hit the field here at the Municipal de Butarque. If there are any sleeper Leganes fans in here, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I am a Yankee Canuck, so I'm bound to get some stuff wrong. A Yanuck, if you will. Dynamic North American combo. I kind of wish I had like some Mexican ancestry, and then I could be like all three North American nations in one man. Can you imagine? About 3 minutes. 3 minutes to start. AAA, no, that's a wrestling company on me. Come on. Now, let me see if you guys hear the. Do you guys hear the crowd noise actually? Yeah, apologies for the technical difficulties. You can still tell I'm new at this. But yeah, here we go. That's Rafinha, but cleared. Leganes today, last game coming off a 1-1 draw with Osasuna last week. 87th minute penalty saved them a point. Barcelona, as many of you will know, defeated, I guess, defending runners-up Borussia Dortmund 4-0 in a dominant display. Obviously, we don't want to get too excited. You know, anything is possible, but clearly, definitely 1 foot in the semifinals, which, considering Barca's past European record in the last 5-6 years, would be remarkable. Just the fact that they got that far, and people are not just biased people like me, but people are tipping them. Oh, careful! People are tipping them to win the whole thing, which is a prediction I haven't heard in earnest probably since like 2016. Here's them all. Nothing doing. Cleared out. Lewandowski. Top scorer for Barca with 25. Safe to say dude has been on fire. Let me open a window here so I can see your chat, guys. That's my bad. There you go. Okay. But yeah, feel free to listen along, whatever platform you're using to watch this. Whether you're playing it by the book, you're sailing the high seas, that's not my business. I'm playing it by the book today because I needed a reliable stream. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Lewa and Rafinha presiding over the free kick. See if Dimitrovic can save. No. Don't got the luck of Jack Grealish today. I don't even want to call it luck. That's kind of unfair to Jack Grealish. Yeah, I can't play the match because I'm going to get copyright struck and probably sent to jail. Sent to Spanish jail. La Liga president is also pretty notorious for cracking down on illegal streams. With one report going as far as to say he literally looks for them, and the La Liga president literally looks for them himself, and then like notifies the league to get them removed. So they're pretty strict about that kind of thing. Here's Leganes on the counterattack, though. Great defensive effort by Koundé. Also with a solid contingent of supporters in the left corner on your screen. Yeah, it's wild. Oscar takes the corner kick short in front of the Barca supporters. Leganes' goal-scoring prowess Their goal scoring has been really spread out this year. Juan Cruz is their top scorer with only 4. It's a yellow here for Altamira of Leganes. Grabbing at the jersey and pulling Lamine Yamal's jersey. Please, please don't hurt him. Don't hurt our guy. Cross can't make the mark. It's going to be a goal kick. Well, no, he's just going to kick it. Leganes fans in full force here. The Madrid side. They are one of the many teams within Madrid. Sort of, not even just in the shadows of Real Madrid. Arguably, and obviously not to be disrespectful, arguably in the shadows of other small Madrid teams, or lesser Madrid teams, at least if you're not a fan of them. Alongside the likes of Getafe and Alcorcon, who to this day I still remember for beating Real Madrid 4-0, which was pretty awesome. Seems to have been a foul committed by Balde on Leganes' Raba. Perhaps earlier as we've continued. Long effort looking for Rafinha. Not to be. Leganes playing out from the back. Araujo really shuts him down there. Leganes still has it. But yes, Leganes 18th in the last relegation spot. So what makes this game so interesting, it really is the two opposite extremes of hope here. One to stay, one to win the whole thing. That's what makes this game really interesting, as we're closing in on the end of the season, the La Liga season. Let's see if I can fix this for you guys real quick. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear the crowd noise now. Apologies for my lack of technical expertise. Pass looking for Rafinha. It didn't quite happen. Rafinha has had an eventful few weeks. Controversial matchup with Argentina that did not go his Brazil team's way. But him and his Barcelona team have recovered quite well, all despite the hiccup. against Real Betis at home, which really could have set Barca in a great position had they won. Here's Yamal. On the right. Knocked over. It's Javi Hernandez who committed the foul. I hope Leganes fans don't hurt me. Oh! Great save. A very sudden surge forward. Szczesny stopping Raba's effort. A precise pass into the middle of the box, but Szczesny, great position, right place, right time. Szczesny having a almost re-breakout year after briefly retiring from football. Only to be called back after Barcelona expressed interest, and he's had a wonderful year. As I was trying to say before, I hope Leganes fans, the billions of Leganes fans out there, don't hurt me. I do need notes to remember who everyone is. I think we'd all be lying to ourselves if we said that we have been spending the season watching Leganes. You're not from the Leganes neighborhood. Here's Koundé. It's gone out here. Xavi Hernandez again, not to be confused with our Xavi Hernandez. Shout out. League-winning coach and player. Although last season wasn't so hot as we know. But it's okay. We'll let bygones be bygones. We still love you, Xavi. Another throw-in for Leganes here in their own half. Leganes not afraid to push the issue against Barcelona. Usually you would expect, most of the time, a team of Barcelona's caliber visits you, or you visit them, doesn't really matter. Team of Barcelona's caliber, you expect a lot of sitting back and waiting. That's what we expect here. At Barca, as Xavi Hernandez takes what feels like his trillionth throw-in at this point. He's no Rory Delap, everybody. So throw-in again. Leganes trying to stay in the league, stay in La Liga. After 4 or so seasons out, I agree, Ibrahim. We are the best ever. We're the GOATs. After about 4 seasons out, they won promotion back last year as champions of the Segunda. But have generally struggled to obviously maintain that form. It is a higher level. No surprise. Yamal. Koundé. Let's go into the other side now. Yamal again. Koundé. A lot of classic tiki-taka happening. We're really taking our time. The defensive end, ball's feeding through Koundé a lot. Yamal can't keep a hold of it. Ambitious hoof forward for Leganes, but there was nobody there to meet that ambition. Barca play out from the back again. Great pass almost makes its mark. But it's with Leganes again. Just a straight clearance. Straight FIFA-style clearance. Just held the square button there. I think it was square. I haven't played FIFA in a long time. Which is crazy. Might sound crazy coming from a soccer fan or a football fan. But it's just... I get too frustrated playing it. Here's Yamal cutting inside. Almost reaches Koundé. But once again, Marko Dimitrovic is there to meet it. He's a little faster. Faster than Koundé at this time. Looking to complete what would be a dream first season. Obviously, still quite a ways to go. 2 Clásicos coming up in the next short while. And obviously, a pool of very talented Champions League opponents. But Barcelona, at least right now, is being considered a contender to win every title they're competing for. And if that is to happen, of course, anything can happen. And, yeah, I'm not trying to say that anything's going to happen. Oh, it's a header! Nothing there. It was offside anyway. Very sudden cross. Goal kick lands back in Barca's possession. Hello, Robin Rivera. That's my friend. Follow her on Twitch, Midoki24. Follow Nebulami. The same username, but with an extra I. Did we win? Yeah, the game was 5 minutes. Unfortunately not, I guess, in that regard. Cross can't be reached. Once again, another goal kick. Araujo really going forward, being adventurous, putting a little mustard on his gameplay today. Headed up by Koundé, but it's back in Leganes' possession. Nobody to meet the cross. Fermin Lopez looking for some options here. All the way to the other side to Yamal. Can he work some magic like he usually does? Lamine. Wow. A deflected shot from Koundé. Almost found its way in, but Dimitrovic, to his credit, having a wonderful game today. Great reaction time by Dimitrovic. Gotta give the man his credit. But it is a corner. Rafinha's cross. Dimitrovic sort of punches it away. Playing out from the back are Leganes. But again, nobody there. There's a vision for how Leganes wants to play. They're not fast enough or positioned in the right way so far to do so. Yeah, Robin Rivera is asking when one of the teams going to use key. They're both kind of charging up. In the last third of the episode, we're going to bring in really good animators, and then we're going to do it. Right now, it's just a slideshow. Don't worry, we'll cook. Araujo in the back. Leganes was attacking in the first 15 or so minutes. Rather surprisingly, but now they've seemed to reside themselves in sitting back, hoping for counterattacks, which tends to be our kryptonite, at least historically. Maybe that's just like a placebo in my mind. Once again, we're seeing Dimitrovic's incredible reaction save to Koundé's attempt on goal, which was deflected. It would have been quite the unfortunate goal to let in, but he really was on top of that. Here's Leganes. Sergio Gonzalez passes it off. Will this actually reach them? No. Araujo gets on the end of another just Stoke City style hoof forward. Agreed, Robin. Well, here's an attack. Nope. Araujo just gets a foot in on time. The captain with a great defensive effort, saving Szczesny the effort of having to do anything. Yeah, they're the other guys. Koundé heads it out. Diomande of Leganes throws it into Cisse, who opts to play it back. Well, I mean, Ahmed, I would save that until they actually seal the deal in the second leg. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm afraid to be happy for Arsenal winning that game. Because, first of all, it's Arsenal, no offense. And yeah, you know, we know Real Madrid is a different beast in the Champions League. And I just feel in every inch of my soul, Arsenal's going to lose 3-0, then lose the penalty shootout. That's just a weird hunch that I have. It just feels like such a Real Madrid thing to happen. Going to be a corner for Barca here. Getting back on track. Almost gets to the head of Lewandowski. Rozier gets in front of it, but it does award Barca another corner. Firmin's going to kick it. It's a corner. Rafinha almost sort of volleys it in. Just enough bodies got in front of him, and the shot was not where it needed to be. Great job by the Leganes defense to sort of get in front of him, really not give him a chance to center that anywhere. Cisse and Diamandi can't communicate. There was a slight chance there. But instead, Araujo is going to send it back. Barca play out from the back once again. Here's Koundé to Yamal, back to Koundé. Araujo. Fermin to Yamal, who is knocked over. Brought down rough style by Javi Hernandez, who's been all over this game one way or the other. Working on some technical difficulties here, guys. Okay, no, we're good. Okay. It was just in my head. Cranberry style. We're back on the trail. Going to be a goal kick, Dimitrovic. No one there to meet it. Gets back to Dimitrovic, who's able to kick it forward. As he orders his defense to sort of get their crap together. Playing out from the back once again, Koundé. Long hoof forward. Almost reaches Fermin. No, apologies. Almost reaches Ferran Torres. Fermin is on the other side of the pitch. Here's Yamal. Just wide. Dimitrovic. Goal kick. throw in for Barca again. Rosier doing a good job of just being in the way, being a nuisance to this Barca team. Araujo from the back. To Koundé. Calls for a foul. But the referee not interested. Leganes fans will take that. Fermin Lopez knocked over. Just absolutely barreled through. Flick in disbelief. Javi Hernandez with the throw for Leganes. Leganes, a team that spent most of its existence in the lower divisions, but began their rise in the 90s. And then in the 2010s, it really went into overdrive. They had an original 3 or 4 season spell, to my memory, in La Liga before getting relegated, being out for a few seasons again, and then coming back. They really want to continue that as a team from a city. When you exist in the same city as Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, you know, even just competing with Getafe is hard, and competing for attention. You know what I mean? Thank you, Ibrahim. Ibrahim predicts 3-1 Barcelona. Once we reach halftime, all predictions will be locked. You can't make any more predictions past halftime. We are 10 minutes from the half plus extra. It's been a real scrappy one. It's been, I would say, about 60% Barcelona. But Leganes has had their chances. They've put some balls forward. You can't fault them for trying. As we get so deep into the season, nearing its conclusion, it's real desperation for both sides for opposite reasons. As Altamira's header almost led to Raba laying it in. As we're taking a look, we're actually seeing the replay of Szczesny's great save earlier of Altamira's shot. It's really all Szczesny's had to do today. It's really been that save, and that's it. Leganes, despite many attempts to go forward, haven't managed quite many actual chances aside from that. But we know in this game, all it takes is one. All it takes is one break forward. You can have one shot on target, but if it's in, it means everything. It doesn't matter how many chances you had. That's why when we lose, I don't like the argument of, oh my God, we had so many more shots. We had so many more opportunities. We deserve to win. Look at all the shots on goal we had. But brother, we didn't score. The other team did. They took their one shot that they had and they scored. So they were better. Like that's just how it is. Doesn't matter how many cool shots we have. If none of them go in, they're worthless. Sorry, random tangent over. Leganes now struggling to get out of their own half. Barcelona, for all the pressure they've put on, they so far haven't been victim to many counterattacks. Leganes player falls over. Seems to be Altamira, who's been knocked down by Balde in a rough challenge. The referee doesn't seem to agree it's a foul, but maybe there might be a review. We are in the VAR era, everyone. It's a close one. But the replay doesn't indicate, at least to me, that Balde made enough contact for that to be a foul. As Balde himself is hurting. We're in the slick black jerseys today. On the subject of jerseys, I love that as soon as we put on the 08-09 style solid blue, solid red, we've been having a really good season. I don't know. Something about that color combination. At least when we're home and when we're playing our usual jerseys. But these black jerseys are really cool. Balde still being tended to by Barca physios. Referee trying to urge them to move their operations to the sideline. A little callous, my friend. As Flick prepares a potential replacement. Doesn't seem to be too banged up. I think he'll probably be able to get back on. It's a very sudden chance. It's Diamande for Leganes, who's going to shoot. Araujo gets in front of it. Once again, Araujo, right place, right time, stopping one of the few dangerous chances that Leganes have had. Araujo has been there half the time to kind of meet them at the pass. Substitution is made. Balde steps out. Gerard in. Corner for Leganes. Doesn't go anywhere, but surprisingly, actually, Lewandowski who gets his head on that. But it's another throw-in. I think someone probably had to shake Szczesny and get him to stop disassociating because of the lack of things he's had to do. It's a counter for Barca, surprisingly. Yamal going forward. He's cutting in, looking for options. Ferran Torres. No. Apologies. Lewandowski couldn't get his feet around that. Yamal rather selflessly lays it into Lewandowski, who just couldn't control that. Although one could argue Yamal, could have went for that himself. We've seen what he can do. Hey, we watch the Euros. We know what he can do. Leganes player goes down. It's Raba. Leganes fans not happy with what they're seeing, at least from their view. Their team's getting really banged up here. Confrontations. Gerard Martin. Raba's given the good old sarcastic pats of assurance. Sure love that when you get fouled. It's a counter for Leganes. Just wide. Raba really could have sent this place, the Butarque, into raptures. Now that would really throw this game on its head. Rafinha lays it in. Fermin gets his head to it, but the header is just not there. Long Rafinha cross makes it to the other side of the box and reaches Fermin. It was a brilliant cross. The header was just no goo, everyone. No goo. But we move, everyone. We move. It's back to Szczesny, who's probably happy to actually do something. He hasn't felt the touch of the ball in years. Here's Araujo. Rafinha. Here's Koundé. Sends it to Yamal. Really been dominating the right side of the field. Is calling back to his same move pretty often, trying to cut in and look for people. That cross right there, a little too strong. Koundé could not get his head to that. We're seeing Raba's opportunity again for Leganes. That would have sent a shockwave through the relegation fight and just through the soccer world in general. Oh, drop some. It's Raba again. Started to haunt this Barcelona back line. Fighting like heck for that. Cisse. Javi. And Diamandi goes down. But no call from the referee. We continue. Fermin Lopez. It's a pseudo counterattack, if you will. But it is slowed down. Yeah, very little contact. I appreciate, look, if it was our player, I would be calling foul all day, even when I know it's completely BS. You know what I mean? I don't care. You do what you got to do for your team. And he tried to trick the ref. It didn't work that time. I respect it. But yeah, about the relegation fight. Equal on points with Las Palmas. Not far from Deportivo Alaves. Leganes really in the weeds. Valladolid, we know, is basically a lost cause. So a 3-team battle at the bottom. Only one will survive. Girona with a little bit more distance. We're almost at the end of the first half extra time, which was 3 minutes. Here's Rozier for Leganes. Steals the ball off us. It's a great pass. It's to Raba. Raba almost had an open lane. Couldn't reach it on time. Opted to slow it down and send it back. And it didn't reach anyone. But Barca looked in real danger there, almost at the stroke of halftime. Leganes almost took the lead. And once again, like I said before, would have sent shockwaves through the relegation fight, shockwaves through the title fight, and shockwaves through just the general football fandom in general, and shockwaves through my brain, which then I would have to be hospitalized for. Because I would have crashed out if we conceded. Long story short. TLDR, I wouldn't have been happy. But now it is halftime. It is 0-0. So for those who predicted, your predictions are locked in. You can't make any new ones. But yeah, if any of your scores come true, you could potentially win that prize. A great first half for Leganes, I have to say. They brought the fight to us. I gotta be honest. We had some chances here and there, but Dimitrovic, keeper for Leganes, actually he came to meet us a few times. He really got in front of it, and yeah, he did his part. But I feel like I can safely say we could have done better as well. We'll see what kind of changes Mr. Flick has for halftime. Hopefully he gives them a rousing team talk. Please. For the love of God, please. But, yeah, Leganes definitely should be proud of themselves. But there's another 45 minutes. We got about a 15-minute intermission. As is tradition. So, I appreciate everyone for watching so far. Of course, if anyone has any questions or wants to chat, feel free. We got about 15 minutes. I am going to just go, to the washroom for a few minutes because I'm a human and I don't have a halftime team to throw it to, nor commercials. But I got to take a break at some point. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Keep it civil. But yeah, really good first half for Leganes. Lackluster for us. We could have done more. But there's another 45. I'll be back in a few minutes. And I will see you guys, in general, in the second half. Don't go anywhere. We are back. Let's bring my beautiful face back on here. Yeah. Okay. Setting up here. I had to change shirts because it is hot in this room, and it's not because of me. But yeah, that was an interesting first 45. We'll see what Father Hansi cooked up. As we shoot to the other side of the pitch, near where most of the Barca fans are. Maybe that'll give us a little boost. That's just me coping. Go cross forward. Almost gets to Yamal. Diamande was there to meet it for Leganes, though. Working on some technical difficulties here. All right. Here we go. It's Rafinha. Open. And it's an own goal! Let's go! Lewandowski was there. His aura scored for us. Let's go! Well, it was a great sequence. Rafinha was in space, put it in there, and just let Leganes do the work. That's awesome. I'm ecstatic. Those who predicted 3-1, you're a little closer, though you do have to hope Leganes scores, which is weird. Ahmed is close with his 3-0 prediction. He needs 2 more. I'm glad I fixed my technical issues in time. That would have been really awkward if I missed that goal. Yeah, it was Gerard. He just managed to sneak that away from the Leganes player. And unfortunately, Leganes took themselves out. Unfortunate, as I try to get the name of the poor sod who scored on himself just now. Nothing Dimitrovic could do in that regard. It's De Jong, who's been subbed on. He looks for options. Yamal, long cross. Dimitrovic is there this time. Thankfully, no one knocked it into his own net this time. No self-sabotage. There's a foul shout by Barca. Lamine fell over right outside the box, but nothing doing for the referee. He must have thought we had enough good grace already. Man. Gerard's incredible defensive effort at midfield just opened the floodgates for Rafinha to do that. And camera's focusing on Lewandowski like he actually did anything for that. Not to be disrespectful, he's great, but he really didn't do jack for that one. Nonetheless, it is Barcelona 1, Leganes 0. Looking great for the title hunt. Leganes, as they try and escape the relegation zone. Not looking great for them. Not that expectations from neutrals were very high to start, but it was a great first half when you consider the gap in the table, the chasm between these two teams in the La Liga table right now. As Yamal sends it to Fermin, who had it in the box for a while, but it's really good defense by Leganes. It was Jorge Sainz for Leganes. Great defensive effort on his part. Here's Koundé. Just drop back a little bit. Rafinha to Lewandowski. Great cross. Is it going to be Fermin? No. Little heavy. He just could not catch that, but it was a great vision by Lewandowski to see Fermin there. Now Leganes in position. Or possession. Apologies. It's gone back to Szczesny. We play out to the back. De Jong hoofs, just starts running forward with the ball. Hello, classes, gent. Apologies, I didn't have my chat window up. Classes, gent. That's my dude. 4-0 to Barca Trust. Yeah, dude, if you predicted that in the first half, you could have been eligible. But hey, man, I hope you're right. Oh, I didn't change my graphic. I'm an amateur. I am an amateur. I am sorry. Guys, what am I doing? My fault, everyone. There we go. All right, fixed it. Ooh-wee. Amateur mistake by your boy. We're back. I returned to the game, and Gerard Martinez has been knocked down. It's going to be a throw-in, Gerard Martinez. Great backheel pass by Lewandowski, who gets it to Rafinha, who tried to get it back to him. Just couldn't get it. Dimitrovic got to it first. Nonetheless, it's great having you guys. Thanks to everyone who's currently watching. Barca winning 1-0. As De Jong is in possession, middle of the pitch. It's back to Yamal. Back to De Jong. Yamal decided to he decided an inshallah ball was the right play, and it wasn't. But hey, what do I know? Look, dude, that's that's our guy, man. The man putting Morocco on the map. The man bringing peace to the Middle East and Europe, because he's amazing. What happens when you take two incredible soccer countries and create one man? Lamine Yamal. Enough said. Rafinha on the left, back to De Jong, who's seeing a lot of ball, a lot of involvement since coming on. We'll see if he can take advantage. We've got Rafinha, picks up a Koundé pass, gets it to Gerard Martinez, who crosses it back in. Lewandowski was there ready to head it. Fermin! Ankara Fermin! Almost scores. He beat 2 or 3 guys in the box there. But just wide is the shot. That would have put this almost beyond doubt. Dribbles past multiple guys. It really was a beautiful sequence of events. Diamande has been substituted for Leganes. Juan Cruz, top scorer of Leganes with 4 on the season. So a lot of goal-scoring contributions, really spread across a lot of the team for the goals they have scored. As I say that, Leganes on the attack. Cross goes in, but Eric Garcia is there to meet it. No, apologies. Inigo Martinez is there to meet it. Kicks it out, but it's still in Leganes' possession. Leganes not giving up here. Obviously, conceding the goal has forced them to kind of expand their horizons offensively here. Really go for it, if you will. But it's back with us, and then back with Leganes. Duels in the middle of the park, as Fermin Lopez knocks over Javi Hernandez. Earlier shout of handball, but it didn't matter because Fermin ended up fouling anyway. Great cross for Leganes. Gerard Martinez has been beaten here. Calls for handball by the Leganes faithful, but they still have the ball. They can't afford to be complacent yet. There's still a chance here. Cross goes in. Defense is there. Well, it goes off the hip of Inigo Martinez and then into his shoulder, or into his elbows, rather. So, sort of a tough call. Referee opts not to do it. There's another handball claim, or a claim of some sort of foul by Leganes after their corner. Not to be, though. Ah, yes, it's another handball. Another handball shout, which was not called. Look, if there's any time for the UEFA Lona conspiracy to come back, it'd be now. I'd appreciate it. I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be ashamed, I should say. But, Lewandowski can't get his head to that. It was a great cross from Rafinha. Rafinha really all over this game. He's being left in a lot of space by Leganes. And, yeah, they've already been punished once. I don't know why they're not closing him down. But keep not closing him down. I'm cool with that. You won't see this guy complaining. Rafinha. To De Jong back in the middle. Gerard Martinez. Back to De Jong. Pass couldn't get to Rafinha there. Koundé. Gerard Martinez. Got a foul shot for Barca this time. We're seeing the handball claims. 2 in quick succession. Understandably upset are the Leganes fans from the sequence of events. It's another attack for Leganes. Cross doesn't get anywhere. Balde seems to be happy on the bench, so we can at least count on him being in future games. Shame he had to step out so early, but better safe than sorry, of course. Leganes subs on Neo. Subbing out Oscar. Here's Gavi, preparing to be subbed on. Fermin Lopez, who's had a solid game, had a few opportunities to make an even bigger impact today. It just didn't happen. But Gavi is here. We'll see how he impacts the game. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It seems like Ferran Torres has been subbed on. And if so, it is shark time. We're in deep, deep waters, baby, because Ferran is here. Prepare to get sharked, idiot. Great cross by Leganes. Front of the Barca goal. Surprisingly, it's Adria Altamira of Leganes, who was really far forward for some reason. Almost made something happen. Although it might have been an offside call anyway, to be fair. Gerard Martinez with the throw. Varane to Yamal. Great sequence. What a save. I don't even know if that was a save. That was so fast, I cannot tell if it was a save or it just shattered the post. But there was an attempt at a pretty nasty angle by Lamine Yamal, which didn't come to fruition. It was a great one-touch passing sequence from Ferran Torres and Lamine Yamal. But it's Altamira again. The defender by trade is starting to haunt our front line. We're still not covering him. I'm surprised. I don't know why we aren't doing something about this guy. And the header goes in for Leganes, or is it called off? Yes, it seems to have been called off. And that's just straight up luck. I'll be honest. He was pretty criminally offside, but you know, he shouldn't have even been in that position, that open, in the first place. You know, even the ego boost of pretending to score a goal they shouldn't have had. But he sort of admitted it right away. He knew he was offside. There was no argument. He didn't even bother with the whole song and dance of arguing with the ref. Save me the work of having to work on the graphic again. De Jong. DML. Back to De Jong. Koundé. De Jong. Trying to find a way through the midfield on the ground. A pass hits off of Rafinha and goes back. Yeah, so that shot from Yamal earlier is actually a save from Dimitrovic, who positioned himself very well. Vamos, Spa Gaming, indeed. Visca Barça, I agree. But yeah, that's great positioning by Dimitrovic. Really just made himself big there. Treating Yamal like a big old bear. Like a big old Spanish-Moroccan bear. Who can score worldies! Thanks, man. Approaching 75 minutes here. Minute 72. Barca trying to seal the deal. Put this beyond reasonable doubt. He's been, he's been knocking at the door. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Here's De Jong. To Varane, back to De Jong. It's with Koundé now. Leganes just allowing us to do our thing in the midfield. Pedri knocked over, no foul. It's Yamal now. Koundé back to Yamal. Some great sequences between them. Just in sync. Not talking about the band. That was corny. Great challenge by the Barca midfield. Now, speaking of Morocco, we have a familiar face being subbed on here for Leganes. It's Munir El Haddadi. Real OGs will remember. The proto-Yamal, if you will. Shout out to Munir. Good times. Oh, great effort by Leganes. Once again, another close call. Szczesny didn't have to save it, but it was a scary one. It just went wide. Can't seem to find who that was. I guess this guy's a ghost. But we're on the counter now. It's Ferran! It's saved by Dimitrovic, who you could argue has really been Leganes' best player. Man of the match for Leganes. Kept him in this contest. He's had some phenomenal saves so far. Yeah, agreed, Robin. Here's Pedri. To Yamad, long cross to the other side. No look pass to Koundé, who actually gets there, but can't beat his man. It's back in Leganes' possession. Leganes' clearance falls to De Jong, actually. Koundé knocked down. Ferran Torres almost sharked all over the place. My favorite part of the FC Barcelona game is when Ferran Torres said it's shark time and then sharked all over the place. But in all seriousness, we got a substitution here. Seems to be Eric Garcia. Yes, Eric Garcia stepping out for Pau Cubarsí. Here's Rafinha, who found some space in front of the Leganes goal to Gerard Martinez, who sends it back to De Jong, who's not far away. Gerard Martinez tries to sort of laser it in to the middle of the box. Leganes defense there to meet it. But it is a Barca corner. It'll be Rafinha taking it. Almost there. Corner. Almost led to a goal. Almost led to another own goal, actually, upon further review. Which probably would have been the most disgusting way to win a game is with 2 own goals and nothing else. But a win's a win, man. Here's Koundé. Sends it back to the midfield, where De Jong goes forward again. Here's Gerard Martinez in space on the left. His attempted ground cross doesn't end up anywhere. Jorge Sainz kicked it away, and it's a goal kick. it to Yamal, back to Kute. Sent all the way back to Szczesny. Barca play out from the back, taking their time. I mean, the onus is not on them to do anymore. Here's Rafinha in space, bolting out of midfield. He's knocked over. He seems banged up. He seems hurt. But it seems like Barca will take it out on purpose to get him tended to. De Jong with some strong words for former Barca man Munir al-Haddadi. Seems to have been the epicenter of the tackle. Or who knows. But Frankie de Jong and Munir, can't imagine very kind words are being exchanged there. No, it was actually Jorge Sainz of Leganes who made the contact that brought Rafinha down. So why Munir and Frankie de Jong were arguing, I don't know. As Rafinha gets tended to. The one goal separating us is one that Leganes scored for us. That Lewandowski sort of auraed into the net just by being there. It was as he gets patched up here and sent to the sideline. So Rafinha's cross, who kind of forced that own goal. We continue. Dimitrovic with the ball. Opts to play it short. Is Rozier. It's Raba. De Jong now scrapping Rozier. He's dedicated to just, I guess, obtaining the smoke from everyone he can today. Yamal knocked over, still has the ball. Rafinha back to Yamal. Can't get it to Ferran, but still in Barca possession. It's Pedri on the right side. Knocks it off a Leganes leg. Yeah, Flick playing some sleight of hand, trying to hide the ball from Rozier, which I guess pissed him off. I can't even be mad at that. That's kind of annoying. But since Flick is he's my team's manager, I'm gonna forgive him for it and say it's tactical. Rafinha corner. Unfortunately, it didn't come to anything. Midfield battle here. Pedri is knocked down. It's a yellow card for Leganes' Raba, number 10, who had his own dangerous chance earlier in the game in the first half. Could have been different if he just squared that one away. Another yellow card issued now for Frankie De Jong. It's been overdue. Dude's been heated. But you know, you do need that intensity on your team. Elsewhere in the league, for those wondering, Mallorca defeated Real Sociedad in Sociedad 2-0. Las Palmas, oh man, it's really the day of the away team today so far. Las Palmas, who's battling relegation against Leganes, won at Getafe today, 3-1. I regret to inform you guys, Espanyol has won 2-0 at Celta Vigo. And right now we're winning at Leganes, as you can hear or see. So a lot of pressure now on Leganes to get something out of this match, at least a point. Knowing that their relegation rivals got a crucial away win. Two minutes left in regulation. It is minute 88. De Jong seems to have committed another foul. Him and the referee jaw-jacking. Haddadi claiming to have been hit in the face. Little suspect. But hey, man, I'm not there. I wasn't there, man. Gerard Martinez with some space cuts in. Pedri to De Jong. De Jong circles in. They opt to send it back. Couldn't find any open lanes or any opportunities. And ends up back to Dimitrovic. Leganes now playing out the back. We're sort of approaching the territory of just hoof it forward and pray to God. Pedri was in space there. Too heavy a touch. Cleared away. Couldn't keep his feet on that one. Jorge Sainz kicks it away. It is a Barca throw. It's to Rafinha now. Staring down a few defenders. Yamad comes in support. Leganes manages to snatch it, but can't make anything substantial offensively out of it. Rozier will have a throw-in. We've reached the end of regulation. We've got 4 minutes of extra time to go. Not too much in the way of delays today, so it seems like a reasonable amount of time. Leganes, they're free. I think it was Javi Hernandez. No, it was ironically former Barca man Munir El Haddadi, who seemed to be free but took a tumble. As we see the replay here, it was just a great tackle, to be honest. 2 minutes left in this extra time. Mitrovic. Long hoof forward here. Doesn't amount to anything. Much like me. Pedri's in space. He's beating a man. Is he going to seal this game? No. Leganes defense got it together right at the last second to get in the way of that. It's a great sequence. It went from Ferran Torres to Pedri. We're approaching the end, and that is the final whistle. The lone own goal seals the deal, is the difference. Barca with a scrappy, not very pretty, but ultimately important, much-needed win to continue to make distance between themselves and Real Madrid. As winning the league back seems to have, we're seeming to get close. I was distracted by Rosier of Leganes beefing the cameraman who was just trying to do his job. But yeah, one step closer to taking that league title back. And Barca is in every other fight right now. Szczesny wins MVP of the match. Honestly, if Leganes got the result, it would have been the other goalkeeper. It would have been Dimitrovic. But Szczesny was there when he needed to be. It's fair. It's a scrappy win. But we will take it. A win is a win. It all looks the same on the table. Well, thank you everyone for joining. It's a really great experience getting to watch this with you guys. Since the score was 1-0, nobody guessed the score. We had some 3-0s, some 3-1s, some 4-0s. But yeah, so nobody wins the money this time. But it'll likely be up for grabs next week. Thank you everyone for watching. You can join me next weekend. Hold on. Well, next game's obviously, as you know, we got the second leg against Dortmund. Where, hopefully we don't have an astronomical collapse and fall apart completely. So long as we don't do that, we'll be in the semifinals, hopefully. Then we have Celta Vigo next week. Are we home or away? I can't remember. I got to check. We are home against Celta Vigo. So, yeah. Feel free to join me. I'll let you guys know when I'm doing that stream. Obviously it's going to be game day, but I'll give you guys more details. Yeah, it was really great having you all. I really appreciate it. This was a big for me. I've always wanted to do something like this. And we'll see how the format changes and how it looks going forward, it might not look exactly like this. Maybe we'll do a more reaction based, like, just me watching the game, reacting, or maybe just commentary. Just again, either way, yeah, I'd love to do this more often. And I will hopefully see you guys against Celta Vigo next week. Now, what day is that? Might as well just say it now. Next Saturday, April 19th. Well, 10:15 a.m. That is early. I gotta get my butt awake. I usually am awake super early every day anyway, so it's not gonna be a big deal. But thanks everyone. I really appreciate everyone coming here and chatting and engaging me on this silly little thing I'm doing. Yeah. So I'll keep making content. You know, I make shorts and videos and stuff about Barca pretty often now. So yeah, I'll be around. Everyone take care. Have a good night or evening or morning wherever you are. And Visca Barca. Good night.